guest to this Zoom than any Zoom that we've done so far. I'm really looking forward to tonight. I think it's going to be heart moving and emotionally in that way, but also very positive all at the same time. You can have both. But I'm excited to get to work with my co-host and get to see her and her husband this weekend in Panama, Florida. We're coming with bells on, me and my wife and Hanisi, my daughter. And so we look forward to being there. But here's what I look forward to right now, this Zoom with Brittaney and Ashley. Let me tell you a little bit about Ashley, and she'll bring our very, very special guest on in a few moments. Ashley and Todd are leading the international expansion of Partner.co. Last time I checked, they were probably ranked number 3 in the whole United States and in the world. They are on fire because they've created a system that anybody and everybody can get their health back and get their wealth back. I'm telling you, they've got something going on. So I'm excited. So Ashley, lay it on us tonight, girl. I'm taking notes.
I'm excited too. Thank you, Fred. So just all the guests that are here tonight, just taking a look at this for the very first time, just know, just relax, just know that, hey, we all sat in your shoes, right? We all got invited to take a look at what you're about to see. We all are going right through life. For me, I had my dream job of being a stay-at-home mom, and my husband Todd had his dream job of being a high school football coach. So although we both had our dream job, we didn't necessarily have our dream life. We, at 30-something years old with 3 kids at the time, woke up and found ourselves living paycheck to paycheck. And I don't know if anybody's ever done that before, but it's not fun. It's hard work, and I highly do not recommend it. But, you know, we got shown some company in this industry, just like what you're about to see, going right through life. And so we got started on a very part-time basis, but over time, it walked us right into a full-time income. And so I can tell you what you're about to see can help change your life to whatever degree you choose for it to be changed to, from whether a health standpoint and or a financial one. It can be one or it can be both. It's your choice. So what we're going to share with you tonight, the name of the company is Partner.co. We are global. We're in over 50 countries around the world. But this is what makes us really unique and different from any other company out there, is that we're partnered with doctors from all around the world. So all of our products are doctor created, but backed by science. And the one thing that they all have in common across the board is a no compromise philosophy. But what does that really mean for you and I? It means that all of our products come with 0 negative ingredients, and they all come at clinical doses versus the products that we go buy off the shelves where they're just fairy dusted with the ingredients. So our company, we have over 100 products within our company. We've got anything from clean energy drinks to liquid superfood line. We got nutritional supplements. We got balancing hormones and weight loss. We got athletic performance. You name it, we've got it. We just sit right in the middle of 7 different multi-billion-dollar industries out there. For me, I was already buying 1, 2, or 3 of these products in any of these different industries. The problem is that although I'm buying them, whether it be from Whole Foods, the nutrition store, or ordering them offline, I was not getting very little results from the products. So all I did was just redirect my spending through myself. Now I get great quality products, but at the end of the day, what really matters is the real results, and that's what I'm getting. So we're just going to share with you one product. And you may have heard of it, but it's called Slenderize, or really what you probably heard it as is Skinny Drops or Body Balancing Drops. These drops were actually created by 2 doctors out in California to balance hormones. So they ran a clinical study, and at the end of the clinical study, 9,000 patients went through it, men and women. At the end of the clinical study, the one thing that they found in common across the board as a side effect was weight loss. So to actually have a positive side effect to a product out there, I don't know. I've never heard of it before. So it's really kind of neat. So what it is, it's real simple though. It's 2 bottles in a box. The first bottle is Slender X. It's a clear liquid. It's a blend of over 10 different plant leaf extracts. So what it's going to do is you're going to put it underneath your tongue 3 times a day. It's going to help balance your thyroid. It's going to help balance your pancreas, and it's going to help detox the body. The second bottle, you're going to put underneath your tongue twice a day. And it's got a blend of your biotin, your pure form of the B12, your rhodiola, your rosehip, and your ashwagandha root. So now we are increasing our energy, we're increasing our metabolism, but we're also boosting our mood, feeling better, but we're also stabilizing out those cortisol levels. So as we get bombarded with stress like we do all day long, our levels aren't just spiking up and then crashing down. And that plays a really important role in balancing out our hormones as well. So I like to say, listen, we're not a diet. We're not a weight loss program. We're not counting calories. We're not counting carbs. We're not weighing our food. We're not starving you. We're not putting you in a box as a one size fits all kind of thing, because everybody comes here with different goals and objectives in mind, and everybody's body's different. So we give you an approved food list that was created by the top type 2 diabetes doctor in the world. So eat when you're hungry, eat from the approved food list, but take the drops. They only work if they get in your body. They do not work sitting in the bottle. So, now I just want to share real people with real results, because that's what matters at the end of the day, is just everyday people like us that have been on everything out there underneath the sun, tried it all and never had results. But when you get on our system, you actually get results. So, and there's so many more wins than just the number on the scale. So I'm going to bring up Brittaney. And when I first met Brittaney, I had, first of all, had not really ever heard of PCOS, but ever since I met her, and she was telling us what all of her symptoms and what was going on, I now hear it way more and how common it is. I want to say with this generation, because with the older generation, we didn't quite have it, but she literally said, I'll do the drops, but they're not going to work for me. Why would they work for me? 2 bottles in a box, right? Why is this going to be any different than anything else I've tried? So Brittaney, do you mind just kind of sharing your journey here with the drops?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Brittaney. I'm from right outside of Jackson, Tennessee. Like Ashley said, I just didn't think it would work for me. I tried everything. When I was 22, I was diagnosed with PCOS, and I was an athlete. I worked out. I ate what I thought was correct, and I gained 80 pounds that year. So they ended up diagnosing me with PCOS, slapping me with metformin and birth control, and sent me on my way. And I got on that roller coaster that a lot of people get on, the over exercising, the starving myself, and still I was gaining weight. Fast forward quite a ways. I had tried everything from the, phentermine with the doctor's diets to all the fads you see on Facebook. Anything that's come across my screen, I have tried, except for, surgery. And I still could not lose weight. When I was introduced to the drops, that's me on the left, I was nearly 400 pounds. And I had just really was kind of hopeless, honestly. And I was working out 4 days a week at kickboxing. I think I saw one of my kickboxing friends come on tonight, and I was on my Peloton at night, my treadmill in the morning. All that was to maintain 400 pounds. And then last year I was diagnosed. I got a second diagnosis of pseudotumor cerebri, and a lot changed. I was all of a sudden carrying a lot of spinal fluid. My brain thought I had a brain tumor, and it was causing severe nerve pain down my back, and I was losing my vision. I was 6 months away from going blind. And so they told me, we can do brain surgery. You can have a stent put in. I didn't want to do that. I wouldn't be able to dance or ride my horse. And so the doctor said, well, you can try to lose weight and hope it reverses itself. Well, I just kind of laughed. Like, nobody wants to be almost 400 pounds. Like, I've been trying to lose weight for 15 years. And anyway, so the whole time, Jerry and Allison, good friends of mine, had been giving me drops and giving me product. And I refused to take it because, like Ashley said, why would 2 homeopathic bottles help me when nothing else had? Anyway, they took me to meet a dear friend of ours, Kim Gray, and she locked arms with me. I started the drops, and within 2 days, I'd started my cycle. It's a big deal for me. I don't have kids because of my PCOS. I've never had a cycle. So I knew then something was going on in my body, something good. 2 weeks, I lost that hard inflamed belly, and now almost a year, I'm over 100 pounds down. But even more than that, I'm off all my medication. I'm off $1,500 in migraine medication a month, my anxiety medication, my metformin. My entire life has changed because of these drops. And I couldn't be happier.
And the migraine, the days that you would spend in the migraines, because days you would spend in bed because of your migraines, those have, I mean, like you said, that you've gotten rid of that medication. That is just amazing.
Yeah, so up to 15 days a month in bed with migraines. And I've had 3 migraines in a year since starting the drops.
That is, wow.
Yeah.
What a testimonial. And so this is Brittaney's journey, right? And we just get to be a part of it. I mean, where else can you go and just get to be a part of somebody absolutely changing their life from a health standpoint? That is just huge. So thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thanks, Ashley.
So now you're just going to kind of see, I'm just going to go through the different ages, the different body types. I mean, here's Randy, 115. I know it's more than this. I can't keep up because he's losing the weight so fast. 115 pounds down in 85 days. It's just phenomenal. Lisa, you could just see the transformations that's happening. And like I said, you know, all ages, all body types. And the one thing that I love that I especially hear, especially from women right out the gate within the first week is, you know what, I have more energy and I just feel better. Mentally, I just feel better. And, you know, when you can have a woman just say that I have more energy and it's not caffeine induced and I just mentally feel better, like that's just win-wins, you know? So we're having more wins than just the number on the scales. Because again, this is about getting our total body, our whole body back balanced and it working for us and instead of us waking up every day fighting against it like we usually do. So just coming off antidepressants because they're getting their hormones back balanced and getting their body back balanced. So no more night sweats, no more hot flashes. Again, just somebody that in the athletic world that she'll say that she didn't get her abs until she started the drops in her 40s. And she was actually the #1 in CrossFit girl in Tennessee at one time. So autoimmune, she was just so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And she'll tell you now that she now weighs less than the amount of weight she lost. Which is, just think about that. Let that process for a minute. That's huge. And she's maintained and kept that weight off. And that's been at least 3 years now. So that's really huge. Robin has been on a diet since I think she said her mom put her on a diet since she was 14 years old and never had success. And I think she's actually almost 100 pounds down now. So, and then we got Miss Kim who has muscular dystrophy and she can't exercise. And so her doctors at UAB told her she was 2 years away from being in a wheelchair and her daughters brought home a box of drops. And you know, why would she think that 2 bottles in a box is going to be any different than any doctor's prescribed diet that she's been on? So she actually started the drops because her daughter asked her to, and 2 weeks in lost 12 pounds and over 8.5 months lost 92 pounds. The most important thing here is, right? Yeah. Is that that's been 5 years. So it's been right at 4.5 years. I mean, she's been here with us 5 years, but she started that journey and she's been able to maintain that weight. Now, this is her journey, just like Brittany's, right? And we just get to be a part of that. And I love that because I love watching her go from where she was to where she is today. And just the whole mindset and getting her life back, you know, just like Brittaney, she's got her life back. She's not spending 15 days a month in bed, you know? That's just huge. All right. So we just talked about one product. I'm going to switch gears for just a few minutes and now I'm going to switch to the business side here. You know, over the last couple of years on a global scale, what's happened is really kind of created this perfect storm out there for us. It's really taken 4 markets and really just merged them together. And one, that's the health and wellness industry. Today, everybody is way more health conscious than they were just a couple of years ago. And then 2, that technology, I mean, just this little gadget just shrinks the world down on a global scale like it does is really pretty cool. It's really amazing. And then 3, that home-based business world, you know, a couple of years, everybody was sent home and stuck at home, but then they got to go back to work. So they don't want to be at home, but they don't want to be back at work. They're punching that time clock or sitting in that cubicle. But yet everybody also is looking for that extra stream of income. And so that's what we offer is that you get the flexibility and mobility to be able to work where you want to, when you want to, and build in an extra stream of income at whatever you choose. We don't put you in a box and tell you how much you're worth. You decide that for yourself. And I love that about this industry and our company. And that last piece of the equation that really kind of has sunk in the last probably year or so is that mobile transaction world. I mean, today, a couple of years ago, somebody might have just one mobile transaction app on their phone, maybe. But now it's not if you have one, it's which one do you take, because most of them have 2 or 3, if not all 4, from Cash App, Venmo, PayPal to Zelle, whatever, and they don't even give a second thought about sending money that way. When, a couple of years ago, they were a little bit more leery and questioned about it. But, that gives us the ability from the big box stores, retail stores, down to the mom and pop stores, now down to the average person just like us, to be able to run a business right here through our phone and not have all the overhead of the sticks and bricks. And so this is how easy it is to get started with our company. It's $29.95 one time. That's not once every 6 months or once a year. It is a one-time fee, and that gets you a global virtual franchise. And what does that look like? It gets you a website. And because we're a global company, the moment that website goes live, you have access to all over 58 countries that we're in. You get a back office that keeps track of your customers, your orders, but most importantly, keeps track of your paychecks. And there's tons of training. You get an app that you can download on your phone as well. And then this is the easiest, simplest play to get started. And that's a 4-pack of drops. And you sell 3, get yours for free. Now, when you sell those 3, not only do you get your box for free, but also covers the cost of that $29.95. So now you've got a free business and a free box of drops. So, but I'm just going to stop right there because I know I say this, but I hear the word sell, I immediately do this because I can't sell. I never have, never could. I'm not a salesperson, but I tell you what I can do. I can share. I can share my journey because I know I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 girlfriends that we all have the same conversations every day, right? Like, I am exhausted. Where are these hot flashes coming from? I've not slept in days, we all have that same conversation, right? And we know where our girlfriends are and our friends and our guy friends are. So, we just start sharing our journey. So you can do this by either sharing your journey by word of mouth, or if you choose social media, we have got a system in place to launch your business right out the gate in less than 10 minutes, and it sets it up for success immediately. It's an app that you'll download right from onto your phone. And as soon as you download that app, the person that introduced to this will send you a link. It'll upload right into that app, and we will help you get your 7-day media launch and launch your business and make that first post. So it is really, I've never seen anything like it out there. It's a true system that just that brand new person can have success and start now taking their drops and turning them into profits right out the gate. And that's that income that comes into your house, those retail sales that make a difference for somebody tomorrow and next week. And I've never seen anything like it. And I love watching people get to change their lives. But we are so much more, though, than selling a box of drops. And that's what I love, is that our company was actually voted the #1 compensation plan in the industry. You do not have to take my word for it or Mr. Fred Duff's. You can actually go Google that and look that up in the Better Business Home magazine. Because within our company, Fred, this is what blows my mind. We actually get paid here 9 different ways to go out here and build a businut. I don't know about you, but I've never been paid 9 different ways. When I worked at the doctor's office, I got paid 1 way. How about you, Fred?
When I was a young bricklayer, started laying bricks when I was around 15 up to about 30. And here's what I used to do. We worried about getting paid ever. We prayed that the check would even clear, much less get paid 9 different ways. Will it clear? That was the biggest fear we had every week.
I love it.
I love it.
I mean, there's nothing else out there like it. And so we only covered and talked about the retail profits, but one of my favorite ways that we get paid that I'll share with you is our savings account way, our savings bonus way. But to get paid, you have to have a subscribe and save, and that's 100 points worth of product or $150, whichever one comes first. And what that does is unlock that weekly paycheck. It unlocks that total 30% discount across the board of all 100 products that we have. But here's the most important thing. There's no contract here, and it can be changed up every month. And if that product, if you decide not to consume it within your household, and you can turn around and retail that product if that's something that you choose. So there's a lot of options here. Just get with the person that invited you, and we can walk over those options as well. But this is my favorite way, is our savings bonus program, because a lot of companies in this industry is all about, getting you in debt with a car program, but we are about getting you out of debt with a savings bonus program. So when you start making a certain amount of money in an area of pay, that company sets aside company money. So we call this free money because it's company money, in 15% into an account with your name on it. When it hits $10,000, they call you up, congratulate you, and they direct deposit it in that following Friday. And then after that, because we do get paid here 4 times a month, once you receive that $10,000 check, then you now get an extra check. So now you get paid here 5 times a month. So that extra check could be your house note. It could be your car note. It could be your retirement, vacation, get out of debt, whatever that is. It's different for everybody. But that's what I love, because now it just gives you the options and choices in life to be able to do what you want to with your money that you make. And so that's what this is all about, just giving you options. We're just a vehicle here to help you achieve those goals and dreams that you're wanting out there that you can't get with what you're currently doing. So not only do you get to get your body or your health back the way you want it, but you also can build in an extra stream of income. And for anybody that likes to travel, we also take 2 free trips a year. Yeah, right. And so that one is to Tahiti. That's a global event. And so we'll 7-night, 8-day trip to Tahiti. I definitely say if nobody's been, it's definitely a bucket list to go on. And then in North America, we've got one that's coming up that's in Bahamas, and that one will rotate around in different places. So the Tahiti will always be Tahiti, and then we'll have one that'll rotate. So it's really like you can travel and see the world. Free travel. It's really pretty amazing to go out and build a business to help others change their life from a health standpoint to whatever degree they choose for it to be changed to. I mean, doesn't get any better than that, right, Fred? So now, Fred, you want to bring up, we got our special guest, Brittaney's back. This lady has really, really changed her life, not just from a health standpoint, but from a financial standpoint, but her journey to get where she's at. I mean, she's just like everybody here today. And I think that's important to see, right?
Yes. When you were showing the Bahamas and the beautiful places, I fell asleep dreaming wise. And so I could see myself sucking something out of a coconut right then and there. So it's available. But here's what I do know. This young lady has done things in a short period of time that very few people have done. And I've got a couple key questions for her I want to ask, because I've heard her speak and train. And I have a sense, Brittaney, correct me if I'm wrong, there was a point in your life because of health and what was so wrong with it that you kind of lost hope. And did I miss that?
That's correct, Fred. I was pretty hopeless.
Yeah. So once you started getting the transformation in your health, what was the trigger to transfer over here to promoting the product? What was the trigger in your mind? Because you've never done this before, am I correct?
Oh no, never anything like this. I taught special ed and owned a small business, so never anything like this. Really, I just thought if it started with wanting to help people, because PCOS stole my ability to have children. And I thought if I could help one woman have a family that I couldn't, then I wanted to do that. But also, let's be real. We need money. There's nobody in this world. It gets harder to live every single day. And it's okay to say, hey, I need the extra income. If you don't have a side hustle, you're one step away from poverty, right, Fred?
Oh, absolutely. Always say, a lot of people, I ask them, do you consider your job your asset? And they go, well, yeah, because it creates cash flow for them and pays their bills. I said, what happens if you physically get sick or something and your asset can't get up and go to work? That's not cussing. It is you. And when you're building everything based on your ability to perform, that's a recipe for disaster. And this is the one thing I've noticed that you have really leveraged out, is helping others change their financial futures. And when you do that, you get what you want. Those Zig Ziglar used to say, help enough people get what they want, and you automatically get what you want. Can you kind of give me a couple great, I remember having dinner with you, a beautiful dinner in Florida a year ago, matter of fact, and it was just extraordinary. And I got to hear you, and I was shocked. I said, she's brand new in this business. So when you get someone on your team to have a victory, how does it feel?
I mean, first off, I feel honored that they chose to walk this path and let me be a part of it. But when I see them, young moms, women my age, my mom, finding freedom financially that they didn't have before, trusting me with this, it's amazing. It's one of the best feelings I've ever felt.
Okay. Well, you're obviously, you're on the charts with the company. You're in the top performer in your state. You're a top performer in the United States. You're climbing the ranks internationally. And I'm thinking to myself, from your home, from a telephone, that to me is just amazing to me that you're marketing all over the world. Let me ask you a question, because you've been here long enough to see what's happening. Where do you see this company in the next, let's call it 2 years? Where do you see your team, if they are coachable and willing to work? Where do you see them? What kind of lifestyle could they possibly have?
Oh, Fred, that's a good one. I met you right at a year ago, I hadn't even started. And then I went to a conference in October or September, and it was me and one of my teammates, and we've got one coming up, and I think there's, like 21 of us, 19 or 20 of us coming, and, we're just growing, and it's growing and it's growing. And I'm seeing these women and these men change their lives, and they just keep pushing for it, because they see the value here. And so I really believe that the company, because they care so much about us. The Partner Co is named Partner Co for a reason. They really work closely with us. And I think because the company cares about us and all the people in the company cares about us, that we are going to explode. My team is fairly large right now, and I expect it to be within the thousands this time next year. For
Wow.
sure, Fred. And I just want to say, if you're here and, look, I love my job as a teacher. I love those kids, right? But I worked nonstop. I was at work at 6:30 in the morning teaching social skills. I worked till midnight some nights writing curriculum. I've lived that life. I had no time to spend with anybody. I never saw my family. My weekends were eat up with stuff. And so I started a business. And it's a successful business. I've been in business 10 years now. But I have overhead. So it's either I'm giving up time, I'm giving up money, I'm giving up something. And what I can see with this company, my vision, what I can see is that I'm going to have more time for me. One, I already work on my own time, but I'm going to have more time for me, and I'm going to have financial freedom. And for me, that looks like time with my family, travel with my family, and not be tied down to a 9 to 5. I don't want to work until I retire and then pray that I have enough until I die. So that's why I'm here. And I'm telling you, Fred, I see it. I have watched us grow so fast, just even the past year, that in the next 2 years, there's no stopping us. We're all going straight to the top together.
I love it. You just recruited me all over again. I'm ready to get started tonight again. With that being said, I just appreciate you more than anything. Listen, folks, Ashley and I and Brittaney, we suggest one thing to you right now. Get back with the person who invited you. They're going to probably ask you 1 or 2 questions. What did you like best about what you saw tonight? Was it the product? Was it the opportunity? Or was it like me and Brittaney and Ashley, both? Just let them know where you stand. No hard feelings one way or the other, and no pressure here, because we love you no matter what, but we love you to take this journey with us and change your health, change your family, and just change your life and help others do this. And Brittaney, I've got to tell you, I can't wait to see you in Florida.
I can't wait to see you all. Hug you all.
God bless. Thank you, Ashley.
Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, Brittaney.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.